Hello, and welcome back to my channel. Thanks for tuning in again for another session of healthy living. My name is Dorothy. My friends call me Doro, D-O-R-O. Today, I just want to share something that is on my heart about little things that you can do to make changes in your life. When I moved from the US to Germany, I was not only obese, but I also had some health challenges. I was diagnosed with stage 3 kidney disease. I didn't even know I had kidney anything, but when they found out, it was already at stage 3. And I was told I need to be checking like once a year to make sure it's not, getting worse. In addition to that, I also had high blood pressure. I was on 3 different medications, and I was taking a total of 4 tablets a day. I got here, just the environment, the food is different. I would say the food is different because in the US, no matter what I did, I would lose weight and gain it, So just, going around, not using my car, like in the neighborhood store, I will not drive to the store, I will just walk. In America, I had forgotten that. I was just, you get out of the house, you jump into the car, you go where you're going, you come back. I wasn't doing any kind of physical activity. So when I came here, I started walking. And just from that, my health improved. I lost some of the weight. And I was like, the food in this place is better. I don't know what they put in the food in America that makes everybody blow out so much. But I just noticed there was something different here. And I love being here. So after some time, I had lost some weight. But when COVID started with the lockdowns and all of that, I put on all the weight and some more. I have become so big, I started having body aches. To the point where I had to see a chiropractic to stretch my waist, to stretch my back. I had pains all over my body. So I also had arthritis. Back in the US, I had been diagnosed with arthritis. But in Germany, I didn't really feel the same kind of symptoms I had back there, because there was a time in the US that I couldn't even wear shoes. My ankles felt like jelly. Like, even if it was just a little heel on the shoes, I couldn't wear it. I just had to wear flats. There were times I would sit down and I'd get up, I couldn't walk. I had to stand for a minute and hit my legs before I could walk. I don't know what caused that. It's just excess weight or just arthritis, I don't know. But I was not in very good shape. So one day, I looked into the mirror and I was shocked by what I saw. That was a turning point for me. I was like, who the? It's you. I was like, when did I become like this? And I knew I had to do something to improve my lifestyle, to improve my health. That was a turning point. When I started my journey to lose weight, I didn't know other things were going to improve in my life. I was just focused on losing the weight, because at this point, my like a house doctor, as they call them here, family doctor, had checked my kidneys and he was a bit concerned. He told me, I'm going to send you to see a kidney specialist. I said, okay. I said, what's wrong? You've checked my kidneys before. What's the problem? He said, this time, he called his colleague to come and look because they were doing like a scan, ultrasound, and they looked at it together. They were a bit worried. I don't know what they saw, but they were a bit worried. And it was like, okay, I'm going to refer you to a kidney specialist so they can check and see what's going on with your kidneys. I said, okay. So at this point, I had no idea that what you eat actually matters, because I would just eat anything. I was eating meat. I was eating just anything that I wanted to eat, I would eat. So I wasn't paying attention to my health. I just thought, oh, my doctor, they'll give me medicine. It'll be okay. So when I went to see the kidney specialist, she looked, she ordered some tests and did some tests, and when the results came, I had to go see her, and she looked at the paper, looked at it, and told me, actually, there's not much we can do for you because you're taking medicine for blood pressure. I was on 3 different medications at this point. You're taking medicine for blood pressure, and you need to take your medicine to keep your blood pressure down. So we can't stop the medicine, but the medicines are also affecting your kidneys and all of that. So I asked her, so what can I do? She said, there's nothing you can do. I said, so what can you do for me? She said, at this stage, there are no medicines, there's nothing. We'll just keep watching. Maybe in a couple of years, something may come up and there might be medicine for this level, but as of now, there's nothing. So we'll just keep watching. I said, okay. I looked at this woman and I asked myself, so she could not even tell me, oh, you could reduce maybe eating meat, for example, or eat more of this or less of this. Nothing. No dietary advice, nothing. She just told me, there's not much we can do for you. We'll just keep, watching it and see how it goes. When I left that doctor that day, I told myself, it's time to take action. Your doctor will not help you. You have to take care of yourself. I went back to my house doctor and I told him, I don't want to ever go see that woman again. She had nothing for me. She was just looking at me and looking at my papers and just maybe hoping it gets worse so I come for dialysis. I don't want to be the next dialysis patient. I don't want to ever go back to a specialist. You are going to look at my kidneys. If anything needs to be done, we'll do it together. I don't want to see a kidney specialist. He said, okay, no problem. And then, so I asked him, what can I do, to help myself? He said, you could, reduce, your meat intake and so on. He gave me some basic advice. I said, okay, thank you. I'm going to see what I can do. So I came back home and I went on the internet and started researching. There comes a time when you have to take action, do something for yourself. Your doctor might have good intentions. Some might be too busy to actually care for you in a more personal way. So you have to do something yourself. Some doctors have too many patients. They just look at you, prescribe, and next. Look at you, look at the paperwork, prescribe, next. So there's no that serious care that you can show for one person. So you have to take action and take care of yourself. As I say, God has given you one body, take care of it. So I went on the internet and started searching and searching and searching. And I found some nice things that, helped me. I realized the food you eat plays a big role on your overall health. Your body will react to what you feed it. If you feed it good things, you'll be healthy. You feed it junk, you'll be sick. So food plays a major part. What you eat, like how you cook your food, and all of that plays a major part in your overall health. So I decided, okay, I'm going to cut down on some meat and some other things. I stopped like animal products, no cheese, no eggs, no cow milk, like whole cow milk and all of that, no meat. And then I said, okay, at this point, the only animal protein I'm going to have is fish. So I stopped all of that and I started eating just fish. I looked at the way I was cooking my food. I started, eating more veggies, more fruits, more whole foods in their natural state than processed food. That's when I started eating healthy. I decided, intentionally to eat healthy, to nourish my body properly. So before I ate something, I would, look at it and see if I should eat it. I would go to the store because the stuff, like I like shopping on the German side, and most of the stuff is in German and I don't understand German. So when I go to the store and I see a new item that I don't know, I use my smartphone, translate it into English. If I still don't know what it is, I take the name in English and then go to Google and ask, what are the health benefits of this item? And I will read it and I'm like, okay, this one is good for you. It has the antioxidants, vitamins and other things. I'm like, okay, I'll try this. So that's how I started learning about other grains apart from rice. I started eating quinoa, farro, just different kinds of grains. Teff from Ethiopia. Yeah, I just started buying different grains and trying them out. Buying veggies, lots of different vegetables, not just the regular ones that I knew, like maybe kale or broccoli. I went into Napa cabbage, the Chinese cabbage, bok choy, just different veggies. And I found out bok choy is the #1 best veggies for your kidneys. So I incorporated those things into my diet, and I started learning how to cook like plant-based. Yes. So I started eating things like soy products. I switched from Maggi cubes to miso. I switched from meat to tempeh. I do a bit of tofu, but I do a lot of tempeh because tempeh has a lot of B12. I started eating stuff that will give me B12 because I'm not eating any meat. So I will eat tempeh and some soy products too. Other soy products. Tempeh is a fermented soy product. It's like a meat replacement. So I started eating a lot of tempeh like almost every day. And then I didn't know that just because I had, changed the way I was eating, my body was getting better. The weight started falling off because I wasn't eating food in a box. I was making my own meals. My husband was like, let's go out and eat. I'm like, no, there's food in this house. I can cook my own food. So I wasn't interested in eating out anymore. Most of the time, I would prefer to make my own food. So when I have time, I will cook a big batch, put some in the freezer, put some in the fridge, eat, whole food, like plant-based. Apart from eating healthy, I started adding some little exercise, walking. I couldn't run. I would do like 30 minutes walk on my days off, or if I did a morning shift and I had time in the afternoon, I would go walking. Or if I did the afternoon shift and I had time in the morning, I would go walking. So I incorporated walking in my program. I would walk 30 minutes, 45 minutes. Eventually, I started doing 1 hour. I found a friend in the neighborhood who also wanted to walk, an American lady, and we started taking appointments and we walk together. So if you can find someone, who is willing to walk with you, you can, have company and just walk, relax, chat, enjoy the scenery. So I incorporated that in my program. And because I was also eating healthy, drinking a lot of water, the weight was falling off. Initially, when people saw that I was losing weight, people were like, what's wrong? Are you depressed? Is there a problem? You want to talk about it? I was like, no, I don't have a problem. I just decided to take my life in my own hands and take care of myself. I'm not going to leave my health in the hands of my doctor. He doesn't have that time. So I'm going to do what I can and pray that God will help me. So at this point, I was still eating fish, and my GFR, my kidney function, had been, when I left the States, I was around 45, 50, that's where it was. So when I stopped eating meat and all those things I listed, like cheese, milk, eggs, and all that stuff, as it went, my GFR went up a little bit. I was no longer in the 40s. It started going between 50, 52, 53, around that range, up to 55. So when I checked again and I saw it had gone up a little bit, I was like, okay, I must be doing something good. My blood pressure, I was on 3 medications, taking 4 tablets a day for high blood pressure. When I started losing weight, I realized I didn't need all that medicine. So I started reducing my medication. I will reduce it for like 1 month and watch it before I told my doctor. When I realized I could manage it like that, then I'll tell him, I don't need this one anymore. So one day I met a doctor online who was not satisfied in just giving patients their medication. He was interested in getting patients get off their medication by changing their lifestyle, eating healthy, incorporating exercise, and seeing their diseases reverse. So I listened to this guy, and he spoke about one blood pressure medication that they used to use long ago. And I was like, oh, I need to write that down. So I wrote down the name, and he said, this medication doesn't really, affects your kidneys adversely, and it's a water pill, a diuretic, so it's really good and it doesn't have a lot of side effects. I was like, okay, I need to ask my doctor about this medicine. So on my next visit, when I saw my doctor, I asked him, can I get on this medicine? He looked at it. He said, what, you want to try it? I said, yeah, I want to try it. Can we replace it with this other one? He looked at the prescription and said, okay, I'll cancel that one and then you can try this. You just have to monitor your BP morning and evening for the next few weeks and see how your body reacts to it. If your BP is not going down, then we'll stop and go back to the old medicine. I said, okay, thank you. So I started taking this medicine, and I had dropped one of the other medicines that I was taking. And after some time, I went back for checkup. My kidney function had gone up to about 60. My GFR had gone up to about 60. I was like, okay, I must be doing something good. So I kept at what I was doing. If you're seeing results, you're encouraged to keep going. So I knew eating healthy was not only helping me lose weight, it was also affecting other aspects of my body and bringing health to my entire being. So I kept at it. And then at one point I went and saw him again and said, these medicines are still too much. I had lost so much weight. In total, I lost about 50 pounds. And I didn't need so much medication. So he reduced my medicine again. Right now, I'm taking just that medication, 1 tablet in the morning, the one I got from the doctor on the internet. I'm taking just that 1 tablet in the morning. And of the 3 drugs I was taking before, I'm taking just half a pill of one of them in the evening. So I'm on 1.5 tablets a day from 4 tablets a day in the past. And this year, no, sometime last year, I stopped eating fish totally because I was really impressed by the results I was getting. I was like, why not just cut out animal products totally? So I stopped eating fish. So I'm just eating my soy products, my tempeh and all that. And I'm not buying processed vegan food. No, I'm not buying Beyond Meat and all that stuff. I just cook my own food fresh. I buy my tempeh unseasoned. I season it myself the way I like it, and I cook it. So I control what I eat, what spices I use, what seasonings I use. And I also incorporate a lot of healthy, like healing spices, yes, in my cooking. So the last I checked my GFR, last year in May, this time last year when I checked my GFR, it was 57.6, and that was really impressive to me. It had improved. But when I stopped all animal protein, I just eat a lot of beans, lentils and stuff like that. I went back this year in March, and when they checked, my GFR had gone up to 74.3. When the doctor told me, I sat down. I said, wow, why don't they tell us that the food you eat matters? Why is nobody shouting from the rooftops? Don't eat those packaged foods, those things in boxes. Those are not real food. Just eat the stuff fresh. Go and buy your veggies, your beans, your lentils, all that stuff. Just eat fresh. Eat your fruits, eat your veggies. So when I came back home that day, I was so happy. I was like, thank you, Lord. Just by chance, I fell on the right path, met the right people, and they have turned my life around. I don't need to see a chiropractic. All the excess weight is gone. I don't feel body aches. I can stand up and just start going. I don't have pains on my ankles that I have to stand up and hit my legs like I was 80 years old to make my legs move. I just walk. There was a time I felt so light in my body. I started jogging. It was so good. I felt so good in my body. So I'm saying all this to encourage you. No matter what the doctor's diagnosis is for you, you can change your life by making small adjustments, small changes. Just watch what you eat. What are you eating? How are you eating it? That's why I'm, trying to show people how to cook healthier. Like the stuff that we usually make back home in Cameroon, for example, we have really nice, healthy food, but we use a lot of oil in our cooking. That's like the number one thing that must go, oil. So I'm going to be making more videos showing you how to actually cook healthy, because my life was turned around just by chance. I will not be here telling this story today if it hadn't happened to me. And I'm really, excited to share with other people. I know people are going through things. All my life I struggled with weight. I've always been that fat girl, the short, fat, round girl. Yeah, that's how some people call me. Today, when there were times you pass by a mirror, you don't even want to look because you don't like what you see. But now when I pass by a mirror, sometimes I stop a little bit and I look. Is that you? Yeah, that's me. I'm excited. And that's why I'm really excited to share my story, that it might help somebody. I don't know what the doctor told you, but you can change your life by improving, your quality of life by what you put in your body. What you eat matters. So you go to hospitals, they have fast food nearby, people are sick, they're still feeding them junk food. How do they expect them to get better? How do they expect them to feel better? So take action, do something for yourself. Get up from that couch, go out and walk. Get up from that couch, go out and walk. Learn to make simple meals. It doesn't have to be complicated. Learn to make simple meals. Buy the stuff fresh or fresh frozen, and then cook it yourself. even if it's just beans and rice, is still healthier than eating that stuff in a box that has a shelf life of 2 years, already cooked food, maybe rice and broccoli, sitting on some shop shelf for 2 years, and you think that's going to do anything for you? No. There are just little things you can do. For example, incorporating water in your diet, like drinking a lot of water. First thing in the morning, drink water. Don't just look for food and start eating. And back home, people, eat fruits. But if you go to a ceremony, you see they have the section where people go and eat the food first and then the fruits later. That's not going to help you. You need to eat your fruits first. Ideally, fruits should be eaten on an empty stomach to get all the benefits from it. So, for example, today, what did I eat? It's almost maybe 4 or 5 o'clock in the evening. In the morning, I just drank water till about 12 o'clock. I drank about 2 liters of water. And then at 12, I had a big bowl of watermelon. Also eat fruits in season. Watermelons are around now, the big ones with the seeds. Yes, eat the seeds. Eat your seeds. Don't put the seeds out and eat the watermelon. No, eat the watermelon and the seeds. The seeds have a lot of protein. They're also good for you. There's some people that actually sell the seeds, like they dry them, make them into powder and sell them, and people put them in their smoothies. So if you can find watermelons with seeds, go for it. If you can find grapes with seeds, choose the grapes with seeds. They're better than the ones without seeds. Anything you buy, get the ones that actually have seeds. So if you're eating fruits, make sure you eat your fruits on an empty stomach or before your meals. Fruits don't take long to digest. Some fruits, 5 minutes, they go through the digestion process. And then if you have eaten that big bowl of fufu corn and jama, for example, or eru or whatever, and then after that, you eat your fruit. It's first come, first serve. Before that, your body digests all that food that you have eaten and gets to the fruit has already spoiled and rotten in your system. You get nothing from it. So eat your fruits first before you eat the food. So that are just little things you can do to improve your health, improve your daily life. Try to incorporate them into your routine. Drink a lot of water. Water is life. So I don't spend so much money buying facial things and all that stuff. Because I eat healthy, I hydrate, all the pimples are gone. Back in the day, I used to have spots everywhere. Pimple face. Today, I don't even struggle. I just wash my face with some cheap thing that I bought from some German store, maybe 2 euros. That's all. I wash my face. I rub my face lotion, another thing for about 2 euros. That's all. I put a little bit of lipstick. That's all the makeup on my face. I don't do any of that, and it's smooth. So it is the food you eat. Stop spending so much money, on the outer things. Invest that money in the food. That bone straight hair is so expensive. So don't say a bag of grapes or strawberries is expensive. When you're spending so much money on hair, external things, spend that money in your body, put it in you. I spend my money in the food I eat. That's why today people are looking at me and like, people, as I tell this story. Last year, I went on vacation to the US, and I was in one of my friends' home. And another friend that knew me before came over, and he didn't recognize me. That's how much I have changed. He stretched his hand, said, "Hey, I am," and I just started laughing, and I went and embraced him. That's when he realized who I was. He was like, "What happened?" Yes. So just small changes. Don't expect, to see change from day one, but every little change you make adds up to the bigger picture. Every little thing you change adds up to the bigger picture. and eventually you begin to see the results. I've gone from 4 tablets a day, 3 medications, to just 1.5 tablets a day, 2 medications. So you can change your life yourself. Take action. Do something good for yourself. Not just the physical appearance, but feed yourself good food that will nourish you and make you healthy. The body takes about maybe 10 years to, have completely new cells and, your whole system to rejuvenate and forget about the bad things you have been eating before. So don't expect changes from day one, but just keep consistent, keep doing, working towards the positive things, the good things, eat the healthy things, and then little by little, the changes will come. Today, I'm looking at the GFR of 74, and I know if I keep going, keep eating healthy, the next time I check, it would have gone up again. So instead of going down the drain to dialysis, I turned my life around and I'm going back towards health. Little by little, you make changes. Little by little, they add up to the bigger picture. So I encourage you today, do something good for yourself. Don't just go buy that bone straight hair. Use that money, buy some strawberries, blueberries, all those small berries. When you eat them every day, they make you look young, they make you look fresh. They are packed with antioxidants and nutrients. Chia seed, flax seed, incorporate those things in your diet. Those are your omegas, omega-3s, omega-6s. Those things are what brings health to your body. Healthy spices, like healing spices. Don't just use the salt, pepper, Maggi, and stuff like that. No, actually season your food. Those spices, seasonings, herbs, spices, they all have medicinal value, effects in your body. So eat them, eat healthy, and your body will thank you. I just felt led to share this today with you, and I hope it encourages someone to not be discouraged that, oh, my own is too much. Oh, God, oh. God has not forgotten you. Take care of yourself. He has given you one body. Take care of it. You are the master of your own destiny. You decide how your life will go by the choices you make. Make the right choices today and change your life. Thanks for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, and share, and come again, and I will show you how to cook, the kind of things to eat, how to make healthy food, not so expensive, but just eat healthy on a regular basis. Thanks for your time. Bye-bye.